You know, I love this book, Sabbath, by Reverend Wayne Muller. I've read it several times. And, you know, Muller reminds us in this book that the intention of the Jewish Shabbat, which was at the end of the week, and later became the Sabbath in Christianity as the beginning of the week, the whole intention of this holiday was to stop and enjoy. And like so many things in religion, it got a little bit twisted over time by some of the branches of Judaism and Christianity, that, you know, the ideas of all the things we were not supposed to do on the Sabbath sounded like a punishment, like, do not do this or you will be punished. But really, the whole idea was to get people to understand to stop, to just stop and free themselves of their daily responsibilities, daily duties, the things that we do that we're so busy engaging in the world, and to just enjoy. It was a day to come together and pray and sing and relax and come together with loved ones and, you know, find all kinds of pleasure. It was a day for making love. It was a day for getting out and just hanging out. That was the original intention of Sabbath. And one of the things that Muller points out, as far as the wisdom of the Jewish Sabbath that happens at sundown on Friday, is that there's a particular time that no matter what, you're supposed to stop. So you might not be done with that project. You may not have finished something, but you stop anyway because the sun has gone down. And it was just to give people that clear marker that sometimes you need to think about that stopping and enjoying life and just giving yourself the chill out experience is more important than finishing whatever it is that you're doing. Now, again, this is not to be taken literally any more than the Genesis story of creation is to be taken literally. As we evolve spiritually, it's not so much about adhering to the letter of the law as it is to the spirit of the law. And so, you know, as far as a Sabbath is concerned for us, it doesn't have to be a particular day. It doesn't have to be a particular time. Might not even be a full day for everyone. I know some people that are very, very tuned into this idea of Sabbath that have maybe a couple of evenings in the week that no matter what, they've dedicated to doing things that are just really enjoyable and reconnecting with loved ones, reconnecting with life, and then maybe an afternoon on the weekend. You know, but it is about something that's extended, not just, you know, a half hour, an hour, or a couple of hours here and there. We each get to create our own versions of Sabbath, and we can do that individually, we can do that as couples, we can do that as friends, we can do that as families. It's about honoring the Sabbath, the Shabbat in our souls. You know, the part of us that knows that it's time to stop. You know, it's, like I said, it doesn't have to be a particular time. If you're a brain surgeon, please, please do not go out there and say, well, Reverend Mark LaPont said at a certain time I'm supposed to just stop and walk off the job. No, please don't. But how often do we tell ourselves that some of the tasks we're engaged in are as important as brain surgery when they really are not? And that maybe spending time with our kids, with our partners, with those friends that we seem to never be able to get together with, or just with ourselves in nature. When might we need to step back and say, am I really, really being honest when I say I have to finish this before I can just stop and take some time off?